No, whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like to write. Whatever you like to write. If you're right-handed, write with your left hand. If you're left-handed, write with your right hand. It can be your name. I don't think it'll take us long to find out what I'm trying to suggest to us. It's hard to adjust. Right. All right, has everybody written something? Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for participating. The idea behind this exercise is to show you that when you move outside of what you've been created to do, you might be able to do it, but it might take longer, it might be messy, and it may be harder to read. Which suggests to us, as we continue this conversation, that it's important for us to work out of the way that we have been created, work out of our design. And when we work out of our design, we can reach points of effectiveness and reduce the likelihood of frustration, of working at something that I'm not really good at. So it's important for me to come in contact and come into the reality of who I am and really touch my sense of self in a way that I really can begin to engage that aspect so that I can be effective. So it's important for us to work out of our design. All of us have been created with skills, sets, abilities, and talents. We must be careful to tap into how we have been wired or designed. When we operate out of our design, although we may still have challenges, our passion will propel us forward. It's important for us to respect our strengths as well as our weaknesses. I'd like for just a couple volunteers. You've been great, so I'd like to just volunteer you. 2 more people if you just come up to this table. 2 more people.
Crystal.
All right, I'd like for you to just take a couple cards, and I don't want you to show them to anybody.
They said, that's my favorite childhood.
All I want them to do, we're not going to play a game per se of Uno. But what I'd like to show you with this is all of them have been dealt a different hand. All of them have different cards in their hand. Some have cards that may be stronger in the game of Uno in certain areas, while others may not. What's important to recognize is that all of us have played card games at maybe some time, or many of us have. What's important for us to recognize is Crystal doesn't need to try to play crystal ball in his hand, okay? All right? Or, tell me your name again. Renard. Renard doesn't need to play Crystal's hand. He needs to work the cards that are in his hand and play those hands. And how many of you know, have you ever played spades, that even with a bad hand, you can still be a winner? How many of you know that? So the important thing for us to recognize today is whatever the cards that have been dealt to us, whatever's in our hands, we need to take time to seize the opportunity to look at the endless possibility that results from hard work and effort, and look at the hands, study the hands that we have. And you know when you're really good at it, you know when you're just back home, you'll even rev back and just really just put it down with confidence and know that, hey, I'm going to work this, and even if I come in at the end, I'm still going to do what it is that I've been given. How many of you will just say that today, that I'm going to take the hand that I've been given, look at what my design is, and make sure that I work that hand? Thank you so much. Give them a hand. So it's important for us to work out of our design. Now, the next point that I want to raise for us is balance. It's important for us to balance. There is a need to balance the following: the academic and the social. Many of us in college will oftentimes feel, you know, I need companionship although I'm in school. And those are very real needs, very needs that at times really need to be met, but there must be some balance. We must balance the academic, the social, and the sacred. The caution is, if we do not balance these areas carefully, one will defeat the other. Now, for your consideration,